So good morning. It's Mike's from LiveMyAssOff.com. Gracie and I just got up after a relatively restless night's sleep. Not restful. And we're here in our little cabin, basically, that has no screens in the windows. It has curtains, and it has a mosquito net on the bed. And if you can't tell, it's one of those beds where it's got basically a seam in the middle. And then, no, don't worry. She just got out of the shower. You're not going to look at my girlfriend. But here's the good news. This is the view. And I want to talk about the silver lining this morning. So here's our little Nipa hut in paradise right there. I believe it was like $11 a night, and we're only here one night. And it's basically a campground. In fact, it's called Bayog Campground, B-A-Y-O-G, beach campsite is the name of this place. There's the little check-in area / bar and that sort of thing. And there's restrooms over there, so if you're actually camping, then you can use those. It's next to another campground area called Tapik, which is T-A-P-I-K, and we're basically in the area of Palawan called Nido, and you can also see various, additional campsites where you basically put your tent. And so it would be a little rough. I mean, you definitely want to have a mattress of some kind, and I apologize for the wind. Actually, I don't really apologize for the wind. I apologize that I don't have a microphone that's sufficient to be able to allow you to hear my voice better than hearing it with wind. But these are some islands off of the coast here off of El Nido. In fact, we are in an area called Sibaltan, and the reason we are here is because we are taking a boat. I hope it's of decent vintage. Boat to an island that we're renting. And so here's the silver lining discussion. So yesterday we left the city of Sabang, and Sabang is basically the area, the drop-off point where you take the boat over to the PPUR, or the Puerto Princesa Underground Pier, and you probably saw that in a couple of my other videos. Now on the Google map, it's a pretty straight drive all the way up, and Google says, hey, well, it's to take you about 5.5, 6 hours. And at times on this road, there was like no one there. We're going like 100, 110 kilometers an hour, so that's pretty good. Then it turned into dirt road, and there were some dirt parts of that dirt road where we were going like 20 kilometers an hour for much longer than I wanted to. And the novelty wore off pretty darn quick. And both Gracie and I were just like, this is lame. And then we would come to areas where like half of the road would be paved, like perfectly paved. I mean, because it's brand new concrete, right? And so it was like literally perfect. Okay, I'll keep filming so we can get the carabao.
Carabao!
The whole time we were on a dirt road, we didn't see one animal. And then finally we get on a modern road and there's a carabao. I love it. Old meets new, honey.
Mm-hmm. Oops. We're getting there.
We are getting there. Super highway. Actually, this is incredibly smooth.
Oh my god!
Crap!
But I guess it's just...
whatever.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
They're not done with the bridge yet.
Yeah, I guess so. to here. Ta-da.
Alright, now I'm hopeful that once we get over there,
It's still,
we'll be road again.
I guess. Oh,
Cross your
no.
fingers, honey. Cross them.
Oh no. Just only half. Only the half. Yeah, but there, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. No. This is good. This is good. Clean living. Clean living.
Ta-da!
Lump. Good karma. Made it.
Huh. Nice.
And there's a bunch of birds celebrating our arrival. And then we finally got here at like about 7:30. And you know, it's a little hut, right? And it's a campground area. But the reason we're here is because I wanted to be in an area that's basically like right next to the pier. So we didn't have to spend any time like going from where we are to our boat to get to the island. And I'll go into a little bit more detail on that island in another video, but at the end of the day, it's an island called Cagdanao. Cagdanao. And I found it on Airbnb, and it's basically about a quarter of about 250,000 square meter island, and we're renting the whole thing. And trust me, it's going to be awesome. But there's some snags for sure, and there's some perfections and some imperfections. But the silver lining for last night was a couple of things, not the least of which was the fact that my girlfriend's a trooper. And there were some times where I was just like, no, we're turning around, we're going back the other way. I mean, we got to a river, we were coming down this hill, and it was probably about like a 15-20% grade, and it was, I don't know, probably 50 feet in front of us, and there was a river. No bridge, no nothing, and we're in a rental car, our Nissan rental car. And there is a river that basically looks like this. And there's like the other side of the road there, and there's our side of the road here. And no, it didn't look gorgeous with the sunrise. And I'm like, we can't go through that, because I'm thinking if there's mud and this Nissan gets stuck, I have no solution for us to get out of here. She's like, no, it's gonna be fine. And I'm like, I don't know. And then she tells me later, actually, she told me last night, she goes, if you didn't want to go through that, she goes, we were not turning around. She goes, I was gonna walk down there and walk into the river and show you that it wasn't mud. So there's silver linings in a lot of stuff, I'll tell you right now. And you know, I may have said this before, I probably quoted him on Facebook or whatever, but there's this guy that I follow, hobotraveler.com. His name is Andy Graham. And one of the things that he says that I think is probably one of the things that I quote him on the most, which is, if you're not uncomfortable, you're not really traveling. And we're exploring and we're traveling. We're still tourists, you know. I haven't like moved out of the United States permanently. I go other places, but then I go back for work and that sort of thing. But anyway, so it is. I don't know what day it is, and I don't know what date it is. And so that's the closest I get to being on vacation and traveling. I'm still kind of a tourist, I think, but I'm not a hobo traveler, I'll tell you that. And if you have any question on what you think that word means, go to his channels and listen to his videos, because he gives a much better description of it. The short answer is, it doesn't mean you're a bum, and it doesn't mean you're homeless. But anyway, here we are, and it's actually quite the silver lining. I will tell you that, I mean, I didn't come here to, I tell you right now, so we're in Sabang, and there is a Sheraton, S-H-E-R-E, or I-D-E-N, not Sheraton, not a Starwood property, but Sheraton. And it probably was like, you know, 10,000 pesos a night, $200, something like that. And yeah, we could have stayed there, and I'm sure the comforter would have been amazing. The hot water would have been super hot, and the cold water would have been cold. The fridge would have been perfect, and the air conditioning would have been stellar, and we probably would have been still able to open up the windows. But it wouldn't have been the experience we had, and a lot of it is really having these experiences, and amidst the imperfections and that sort of thing, and amidst the challenges that, you know, at the end of the day, these are quality problems, man. These are luxury problems. I'm on vacation, and I get a great teammate. Gracie's a wonderful girlfriend, and I wake up and I get to look at this. So I wanted to share that, and I wanted to say that no matter what happens, I need to report to myself and maybe you that that I am truly grateful for everything that happens. I'm grateful for every imperfection. I'm grateful for every disappointment. Maybe not while it's happening. Maybe I have to get past it. But I'm super grateful to be alive, and I got to tell you, through all the nonsense that we had to go through yesterday, and I'm just skimming over the top of it. It was a pain in the ass, trust me. I'm living the dream, and if I wasn't, I'd be doing it wrong, and I know what doing it wrong feels like, and this is definitely doing it right. So it's Mike's from Sibaltan at Bayog Camp, Bayog campsite, beach campsite, in our little hut. So I hope you're living the dream. And if you're not, just pause for a sec. Get past whatever it is that's not the dream. Take a deep breath. Trust me, you'll be living the dream shortly.